The ghost of April 2017 is coming back to the US, and this time it won't stay in North Korea. Remember April 2017, when headlines were screaming that North Korea was ready to sink our aircraft carrier and a full-scale war felt like it was hours away? Well, that ghost is coming back. From June 19th to July 9th, history is reloading the cannon again, and we need to talk about exactly what's going to happen. At the center of this window are Mars and Rahu. In plain terms, that means explosive escalation. Think back to 2017. The USS Carl Vinson was heading toward Korean waters, and the whole country was literally frozen in front of their screens wondering, is this really it? The energy right now is the same, but the world has become far more fragile. From June 19th to July 9th, the situation turns into a pressure cooker with no release valve. The peak of tension will hit around June 29th. Will it be a flare-up in the South China Sea, a new escalation in the Middle East, or a cyber attack nobody saw coming? The geography is an open question, but the event itself is a mathematical inevitability of this cycle. And most important thing, it won't only shake us. We'll break down who else in the crosshairs a little later. But let's be real, global news is one thing and your actual life is something else entirely. And here's where this energy will touch you personally. It seeps into your kitchen, your office and your social media feed. During periods like this, people's tolerance drops to zero. Have you noticed how a normal conversation about politics or even vacation plans suddenly turns into a battlefield? If you're feeling like everything is getting on your nerves for no apparent reason, congratulations, you are feeling this cycle. My advice from June 19th to July 9th, watch your impulses. One careless word can destroy a relationship you have spent years building. Just keep this in mind. Right now is not the time for sudden moves. During that same window in 2017, the US was hit by a series of powerful tornadoes, catastrophic floods. Mars and Rahu always produce events that happen fast and without warning. We won't have time for lengthy alerts. If you live in high-risk areas, just check your emergency notification systems now. Don't wait until the end of June. Pay especially close attention around the 29th. This is one of those cases where it's better to be prepared for a storm that never comes than to be caught in the middle of one with no evacuation plan. On the home front, this period brings its own escalation. Mars activates aggression in the public space. We are talking clashes, protests, sharp political statements that shift the situation fast. The US in 2026 is a country with extremely high internal tension, and from June 19th through July 9th, that tension will run higher than usual. This directly affects the economy and the dollar, because markets react to domestic instability the same way they react to external threats. And finally, why this matters to us even when events are happening thousands of miles away. Global instability is a blow to supply chains and your personal security. Look at April 2017 as one unified window. April 12th, a terrorist attack on the Champs-Élysées in Paris. A police officer killed on one of the most famous streets in the world. April 25th, Turkey strikes Kurdish positions in Syria and Iraq. These aren't separate stories. They are part of the same period when flare-ups happen across multiple points on the globe almost simultaneously. That's exactly how this configuration works. From June 19th through July 9th, 2026, this pattern repeats. That means several active conflicts will surge, several pressure points, several countries, all in one short window. The parallel to France is direct. The same configuration is active in the French horoscope and highlights the threat of terrorist attack or a sharp increase in military presence on French soil, along with border problems and conflicts with neighboring countries. If you are planning a trip to France during this period, that's worth factoring into your plan. Ukraine is a separate conversation. It's already dangerous there without this cycle, but starting June 19th, the situation could escalate sharply. On top of that, the political era in Kiev is approaching a critical turning point, and before March 2027, the Ukrainian government will face difficulties it have never seen before. Why does this matter to you? Because the world is a house of cards. While shares are exploding somewhere, none of us can sleep easy. If aggression is convenient in one part of the world today, who's to say it won't become convenient somewhere else tomorrow, maybe even at your doorstep? Support those who are suffering, even if just with your words. That's one of the few things that keeps our humanity intact during periods like this. Imagine that the people there don't know whether they will make it home from work or whether they will wake up in the morning in their own homes. From June 19th to July 9th, the world becomes less predictable in multiple places at once, and the US is at the center of it. Follow news from Europe and Ukraine during this period just as closely as you follow what's happening inside America. Write in the comments, can you already feel this growing tension in your state or city? What are you seeing around you? I read every single one of your comments. Take care of yourselves. We'll get through this together.